So what would you say were some of your biggest challenges with, the design setup process of the whole studio?
Funding it.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, I
I'm gonna be so honest with
bet.
y'all.
Yeah.
I literally, like, when it came to having blisters on my feet, that is how many. Anyone who knows me knows that I work 24/7. Like, the majority of my adolescent life has been spent working to build this.
Hmm.
So I feel like conceptually it was really easy to imagine and say, okay, this is gonna go here, this is gonna be here. Of
Hmm.
course, because of the dimensions, sometimes it was kind of difficult. Like, okay, how do I fit this here? How do I rotate this?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like the biggest thing that really created a hindrance was funding,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. That's one of the biggest things.
And honestly, if you look in our community, funding is always, the hardest part,
Hmm.
It
Always.
is.
So you did mention that you wanted the studio to be more than just a place than just to record music, right?
Yeah.
So how do you plan on fostering a community here? Like what kind of collaborative opportunities do you hope to offer artists or creatives that come in here?
Of course, of course. So as time progresses, we're going to be having kind of monthly open houses where
Okay.
there'll be live demonstrations. There'll be live like broadcasts similar to the one that we're doing right now.
Hmm.
And then there'll be like live performances. So, it's going to be a free event as well. So I just really want to get people in the space to kind of foster that community
Yeah.
and build that. You know what
Yep.
I mean? So there's going to be a lot of things like that.
Okay. And so with the events, with the open house events that you're having, how often will you have those for people to come check out the studio and see if there's somewhere they, potentially want to work?
hmm The goal is honestly every single month.
Okay.
If time allows, every single month, I want to immerse people in the vibe, you know what I mean, without them having to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because it's very difficult to realize, or know that you need something
Mhm.
before, paying for it. So I want to let them come in, see what it's about.
So the atmosphere that you've created with all the lights and the animated objects and
Mhm.
everything, how do you feel like that will impact people when working here?
Yes, yes. So as they enter the space, honestly, there's so many different things to focus on. There's so many kind of things that can spark inspiration, basically. So from the moon, I don't know if y'all can see that in the frame, but from the moon,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It's a very large, thing that has been something within humanity that has sparked so much inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
People look up at the stars and they dream of entire worlds. And there's little pieces of art and little pieces of an internal dialogue everywhere within this space. And so I really wanted people to, be able to look anywhere and find some form of inspiration.
Absolutely. You have a lot of symbolic things around here. And I remember hearing you talk about your rug in there, I
Yes.
believe.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your rug.
Yes, bro. I think that's probably one of my favorite pieces in the space. It's basically a dinosaur skeleton underneath like the coffee table. So the entire rug is kind of like, if you've ever seen like an archaeological dig, basically, they'll have the skeleton kind of laid out and just being exposed. And that's kind of what the rug is. I really, really, really enjoy it because it kind of goes along with the entire Garden of Eden theme, all the greenery.
Yeah, I love
You know what I mean?
that.
And so it's kind of combining the past and the present, you know what I mean? A little flair.
Yeah. So, and the greenery, it brings peace. It
Yes,
brings
tranquility.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that. So walk us through some of the features or areas here in the studio that you're really excited about.
Mhm.
I know you're excited about it all, but
Yeah.
what are the main things that
Of
stick out?
course. I feel like the podcasting room will be a standout just because
Absolutely.
it's such a unique concept. It's a newer concept.
That's
So there's going to be
fire.
a lot of room for experimentation, a lot of room for people to literally, convene and talk and, let their emotions flow through. So I think the podcasting space and of course, the vocal booth, that's my baby. That's probably the place I spend the most time in
Yes.
because I'm a vocalist. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So what do you think set your studio apart from like others out here?
I feel like the safe haven, it's more so like not only a studio, I also consider it like a creative movement. You know what I mean? I feel like in this day and age, we're getting to a point where it's very difficult to be specialized. It's very difficult to be within one area because we're all so overstimulated. We're all being, thrown so many different things at once. So I wanted to give people the opportunity, okay, you want to get pictures, you want to create a brand, you want to create an entire strategy. come to the Safe Haven. We'll offer you the full package.
So Safe Haven, I love
Yes.
that name, Safe Haven. So how did you come up with that name?
Yes. So this was my first big boy purchase, basically. I still live with my mommy. I'm a little fucking mama's boy.
That's okay.
Hey.
That's okay.
Hey,
That's a blessing.
hey, I have to make fun
No,
of
that's
myself.
a blessing.
You know?
On your way up, yeah.
And I'm grateful.
Yeah, I'm sure a
extremely
lot of
grateful.
people wish they could have stayed with their parents on their way up.
Shout out to Jackie.
Yes.
But no, basically, as time progressed, like within like the last 2 years, this would be the place I would come and I would dream. You know, I would think about my future and exactly what I wanted it to be.
Mhm.
And now we're sitting in it. You know what I mean? My future.
Well, it was just a thought.
Yeah. Genuinely.
It's reality right now. Mhm.
Like, y'all don't get it. Like, chill inducing. Like, the initial, you know, party that we threw to kind of celebrate and commemorate the studio, I literally said the same thing. Like, to be actively living out something that you saw internally prior is horrifying, but it's a blessing.
It's almost like, is this real?
It's a pinch me.
So how was your grand opening?
It was beautiful. It was really, really nice. So it was very intimate. It was all my very close family and friends, and we had a great night.
I know everybody enjoyed
We
themselves.
had a great night.
And I seen you making some speeches.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Being corny.
No,
Being corny
you were
as
doing
hell.
what you had to do.
You know.
I love it.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your favorite piece of equipment or design element here in the studio and why?
Personally, I have 3 favorites.
Okay.
So I really enjoy the Sony FX30, which is the camera that we're recording on right now, and then
Okay.
the Sony A6700, which is the secondary B cam. And then I also really enjoy the Soyuz bomblet, which is my favorite microphone in the other room. I really enjoy the cameras because they're very expansive. Like for me, cinematography and videography was something very new conceptually.
Mhm.
So to be able to learn on, you know, very expensive and very high quality pieces of equipment, blessing. Like there's so many different things I can do with these, and I'm just, you know, excited to grow within them. And then the Soyuz bomblet, I basically decided on that microphone because during my college experience,
Mhm.
I took a production class, and the microphone that they had was like a Soyuz 017 FET. And basically the bomblet is a mini version of the FET. So it's the kind of the scaled down version. And so I'm like, you know, I love, you know, the tone and the presence that that microphone gave me.
Mhm.
So I'm like, you know, let me go ahead and just get the smaller version
Yep.
to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you have people come in here,
Mhm.
they have somewhere where they can do a podcast. They have a studio where they can go record songs, raps, just music in general.
Mhm.
What else here would you say that creatives could come here and do?
Yes. So we have the opportunity for people to do voiceovers. We have the people,
Okay.
you know,
Look at that.
you know,
Period. I love
voiceovers,
it.
audiobooks, any form of content because it is an aesthetically pleasing environment.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to come in here and just record like a little skit, that's also something you have the ability to do. We offer product photography for brand building. So let's say you own like a cosmetology brand or you wanted to get some pictures of something very specific and market it. We also offer that. We offer full packages basically. We offer the entire creative experience and marketing strategies.
That's beautiful, MJ. You got it all set up.
Yes.
So I love that it's not limited to people that just do podcasts
Mhm.
or that just want to go in there and make music. That's why I asked. So that's
Mhm.
beautiful that you have all these different avenues people can take and come be creative in and just not be limited to like 1 or 2 things.
Of course,
know?
of course. And I really, it's based off of me. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
know myself and I know the fact that I love music. I love singing. I love being vocal. But, you know, I want the
You're
opportunity to
multi-talented.
experiment, you know?
Mhm.
And I think everybody else has that same capability and they all
Mhm.
want to do it.
Mhm.
So let's build it for them, you know?
I love it. So how has the response been from the local community so far? Have you had any interesting feedback or responses?
So, boy, I'm grateful. All I'm gonna say is I'm grateful. I couldn't have expected all the love that I received,
Mhm.
and it really feels like the start of something beautiful. And I don't think I properly explained conceptually exactly what the safe haven is. So this will be my opportunity to do
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
But you know, from what I've gotten so far, people really vibe with the idea. So
Mhm.
I'm just very grateful. Very grateful.
Absolutely. And the name Safe Haven, like it enticed people to feel comfortable already
Mhm.
to come and be lax, then go ahead and get in your creative mode,
There you
whatever that
go.
is.
There you
Whether
go.
that's running at the mouth like me, being in the studio, singing your heart out, or rapping about something that you done been through, whatever it is. Or I love the fact that you have voiceovers, audiobooks, skits. I love that. Like you have everything in one.
It's therapeutic, you know what I mean? I really view just the creative act and any creative act that you choose as a gateway to the soul. So that kind of informed the name, the Safe Haven, because again, I want you to think therapy. I want you to think of a release. I want you to think of, you know, coming to terms with yourself, basically. And you can do that here.
Yes.
No judgment, none of that.
Yes.
Be you.
Yep.
Exist.
Come in and get in your mode.
There you go.
I love it. So, MJ, what is next for you in the studio? And are there any upcoming projects, events, or plans you're excited about?
I can't say too much. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Y'all gotta stay tuned.
There he is. No, I'm playing. But I'm in the process of recording one of my first personal artistic projects.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of creating a layout and a marketing push for that as well right now.
Okay. And so the Safe Haven have its own website.
Yes.
Okay.
So the Safe Haven has its own Instagram page.
Okay.
It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. And it has its own website.
Okay.
So the Facebook is, of course, just the Safe Haven. And then the Instagram is the Safe Haven 17. And then the website is the safehaven17.com.
Okay. So all the creatives and artists out there, go find Safe Haven and connect with MJ. This is definitely the place in Champaign-Urbana where you want to be to get in your mode and to do your thing. It's just set up to do so. So make sure y'all check him out.
Thank you.
MJ,
I really appreciate it.
Yes, like you, I cannot express enough how proud I am of you. You have done your thing. You have decked this out, and you definitely made your vision come to life, and it's very inspirational to see in real time.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I just want to consistently remind y'all, we have the ability to build whatever we want in this life. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
There is no limitations. Whatever you want, you can touch, you can hold, you can feel, you can have.
Yes.
Know that.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, MJ, thank you for letting me interview you here at the Safe Haven in your space.
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it. And y'all be on the lookout, okay?
Peace. Deuces. Have a great night, y'all.